coming to you from the My Little Falls studio here in beautiful Little Falls, New York. It's your host, Scott Kinville, and another episode of Marty's Illegal Stick.
And what's up, hockey fans, and welcome to episode number 2 of season 2 of Marty's Illegal Stick. We're off to a great start already.
Oh, yeah.
Recorded here on October 13th of 2021. Guys, I got to tell you, there's something different in the air. There's a sense of joy. It feels like, you know what? It's because hockey's back. It's because hockey's back, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Because, you know, unless you're a Seattle Kraken fan or a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, so far everybody's undefeated. So.
Right.
We have got a great show lined up for you. And before I bring our panel in and tell you what we're going to be talking about, I do want to remind everybody of a couple of things. We have a contest going here at Marty's Illegal Stick for the month of October. All you got to do is go to martysillegalstick.com and enter your email address in to join our email team so that you can get our weekly newsletter. And that will enter you into a drawing for a signed copy from Kevin Shea of the book Crossing the Line. It's the autobiography he wrote with Derek Sanderson. So that is up for grabs for the month of October. Also on the website, we have been putting out articles just about every day. Concentrating right now on the Utica Comets, but we're going to be shifting gears into Utica College and, of course, still covering the Comets and all other hockey topics that come along. So check out martysillegalstick.com when you get a chance. Okay, so let's get to our show. We're going to be talking about those Utica Comets, but before we do, I'm going to bring our panel in. To my right, as always, my trusty sidekick. It's the Gumper, Reile Talk. How are you?
Good, Scott, good. And I'm like these guys. I'm all excited for the New York Rangers tonight.
Let's go. Let's go. It's time to
We're
go.
ready to go.
Let's go.
I just can't wait.
The way you started that, I thought you were going to point in, or break into like the Pointer Sisters. I'm so excited. I was waiting for it.
I was afraid he was going to lift the shirt.
Don't give him an idea.
I was going to say, no. I don't go there because I almost said something. And you wouldn't have liked it.
And to my left, that voice you just heard is our trusty producer. Dave the Save Warner, your Sabres are undefeated. How you feeling?
On top of the world.
Well, you know,
for an hour.
I will say that you're a loyal kind of guy. You're wearing your Longhorn shirts, even though after having Saturday.
The worst game I've seen in 31 years. I just don't even want to talk about it.
We won't then, because we're not here to talk about college football. Let's not do that. I spent an hour with talking about it earlier. So, all right, joining us via satellite, our other usual co-host. There he is. It's the little things, of course. I don't see that sign anymore, but he's ready for this hockey season too. It's the professor, Jeremy Roberts.
It's right here. How you doing?
What's up,
It's
buddy?
time. It's time. Oh,
Yes, it is.
much.
Yes, it is.
Had busy as always. Just got back from the bank center, so my son had a little bit of action today against the Squirts.
All right, how'd that go?
They did well. Obviously he's in his last season as a Mite, so and he's played on the Squirt team before. So I mean, younger kids playing against older kids, you kind of see the difference, but for having them be so young, they didn't do too bad.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, we went up to pick our season tickets up yesterday, and we took a peek out on the ice, and I'm not sure which age group was out there, but I'll tell you what, these little kids can fly.
What time did you get there? I can probably tell you.
We were there between 4:30 and 5.
That was probably the Squirts.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
Squirts or Pee-wees.
They can skate better than I can, that's for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go ahead and say it.
I mean,
Don't go
Hey,
there.
listen, I got to that before you guys did, okay?
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I was going to say I can skate better than you.
Well, let's not get carried away over there. Stay on the college football field, will you? And also joining us via satellite, he is the host of the Reile Talk show. We love having this guy on because it's a riot every single time. Mr. Don Reile, what's up, brother?
What's going on? Thank you for having me. I certainly appreciate the introduction. Hopefully, I don't let you guys down after all that hype you just brought in.
Listen, you were wearing Macho Man Randy Savage glasses when we went on, so there's no way you could.
Oh, yeah, macho. Balanced, unbalanced, doesn't matter. Most underrated promo of all time.
Absolutely. Miss that guy every single day.
I know. What a shame.
It is. But I'll tell you, what's not a shame, boys, is that, like I said, hockey is back in a big way, too. We've got the NHL season under control, or underway, I should say. And we're going to get to that in the second segment. But first, opening up this Sunday at the Adirondack Bank Center is our Utica Comets taking on the Rochester Americans to start their regular season. So, boys, we're going to do a little preview of our Utica Comets coming up for this season. You know what? It's actually amazing. We were all at the preseason game Friday. And let me tell you something. That atmosphere in there, it almost felt like a playoff game. Everybody was so pumped to have hockey back.
Yeah.
And in all reality, the building was like half full.
Right. Well, I was going to say, for the amount of people that were there, it was pretty electric. And even Coach Deneen even said, he goes, even with all the events that were going on for that weekend, because, it was Boilermaker weekend. You had some comedian at the Stanley, and you had a bunch of stuff going around in the city. They still pulled in a nice crowd, and it was, like you said, it was very electric there.
They did. It was great, and what a game that was too.
Yeah, it was a good game.
You watched it. You watched every goal. They scored every way. They scored on a
penalty shot,
yeah,
power play,
the short
hand goal. I'm like, and then they scored in the shootout winner. So it's like every way you could possibly score, they scored.
Yeah, that seemed like they got a decent amount of talent. I know the roster's not necessarily set. Well, wasn't at that time, but they got a little bit of talent. And somebody, obviously, them playing in Utica, or someone told those boys, the Utica fans like blood, because we had a good little Tilly in a preseason game. That's what I like to see, boys.
We did.
That's what I was proud of, because last year I got so sick and tired of the way the Comets hit, because my mother hit harder than that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm telling you, I see some hitting here. I said, oh, baby, this is going to be a good year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're
a little more grit, I think you'd say, right, Jeremy? What do you think? Yep.
Absolutely. And even being back like downstairs and watching these guys go out, they know that they're going to go out, and they're hitting each other and just waiting to go out on the ice and going, let's go bang these guys up. And that's what they were saying. And they're playing the same team Sunday afternoon. So who knows? Good. And now it starts the season.
Yeah. I feel like the place is going to be going nuts.
Oh, it's going to be like a bomb.
I know. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Oh my God, getting chills right now.
I can't wait.
Let's go. I especially some of these guys too. The guys who've been with the organization for a couple years must be pretty excited to play in front of. That was probably a bigger crowd than they're used to having in bingo.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, and that's an important difference that we should point out, is that this year, of course, the Comets are the farm club of the New Jersey Devils. Mm-hmm. Whereas for the past 5-6 years they were, I'm sorry, actually more like 7 or 8, right?
Yeah.
Started in 13, so my math's a little off tonight. 7 years. Anyways, they were Vancouver's farm club, and no disrespect to the Canucks, but they're not exactly known to be a physical team. Whereas,
you figure it's a West Coast team to begin with. The West Coast. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to about trying to get into hockey, and they'll watch the East Coast compared to the West Coast, and they're like, "Wow, the East Coast beats up each other, and the West Coast is fast." And I'm like, well, that's the difference. East Coast and West Coast are like, and that's what you saw here in Utica with the Comets, with the Vancouver organization. You had those, they had those finesse guys, and then Syracuse would bang the hell out of Utica. Every team would bang the hell out of Utica, and then you tried to get some guys that would try to bang. Arsenio got his ass beat.
Yeah.
He got his ass handed to him because he thought he was a big guy up until he ran into somebody that literally beat his ass.
Yeah.
So
who they did have that was tough, and he just got claimed on waivers today, was Todd McEwen.
Zach.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, Zach
McEwen. Yeah, I have his jersey, and I'm kind of bummed out about that. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. He was a good guy. He just got in a fight with
Cassian. Oh my God, that was brutal.
Yeah, it was.
That's scary. You hate to see that. That was,
and you saw his face. His face was even.
Yeah, Zach seems like a good guy. That was, what I mean. That's tough. You hate to see that.
Yeah.
But hey, what are you gonna do?
It happens. That's what happens.
Yeah, especially with a guy like Cassian too.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I can't wait to deal with this. It'll be awesome.
So let's break this down a little bit further, guys. So the Comets are going to be playing in the AHL North Division, like they always do. now that realignment's done because of the going back to the normal season here. And they're going to be in there with the Rochester Americans, the Laval Rocket, the Belleville Senators, the Syracuse Crunch, the Toronto Marlies, and the Cleveland Monsters. All pretty familiar opponents for the Comets. So, guys, why don't we start with the offense here? Because, I think that's going to be kind of this team's calling card this year. What do we think about what we see from their offense so far and prospects for the rest of the season?
What you saw in the preseason was a very powerful offense that you possibly could see. With the addition of Alexander Holtz,
Huge.
That lineup is good. It brings a whole other game to what you're really gonna see. It just ups the ante. Alexander Holtz is a monster. He shoots from anywhere. He's confident with a shot from anywhere, and he's got the wheels to back it up.
Oh, no doubt.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. One thing I noticed too a lot, it's something that drives me insane the last couple of years with the Comets, but it seemed even for a preseason game, the guys are still kind of feeling each other out. They're not like familiar yet, really.
Yeah.
But there must have been 10 times more tape to tapers than I've seen out of the Comets in the past 3 years.
Absolutely.
A little more swagger.
I've been saying that for 3. Yes, I was. Thank you, because that used to drive me crazy. I would scream. The fans around me said, "What the hell's he talking about?" Oh man, stick to stick. Oh, you kidding me?
It drives me crazy.
Oh, don't mind him. It's just past his bedtime.
Right. No, it's true though. These guys, they seem like they're going to have.
See, that's my son. He doesn't realize the Rangers are playing tonight. You yin yang, you Jesus.
Here it comes.
It seemed to me like whether it's the system they're running or what, I don't know, but they just tend to see or find each other on the ice a lot better, and I think that's something we've been missing a lot. With also too, part of that is being part of Vancouver's organization, who gave us a new roster every 36 hours, so it was kind of hard for these guys to get used to playing with each other. So I'm hoping. I don't know, but to me that was a big thing that stood out. They seem to really be able to find each other a lot better. They snapped the puck around real good.
They did.
Oh,
they really did.
No doubt about it. And fast too. Besides,
and we
didn't even get to see Holtz, but I'll tell you, Nolan Foote looked like he was a beast out there. I was very impressed with Graham Clark.
Clark's good. Nolan Foote, like you said, and they also added Boofquist in the last couple days. He came down with Alexander Holtz. So you got two firepower offenses right there, and like you said, now going to the defensive side, you got Nolan Foote, you got the Ball's back there. Ball's a monster. When I was standing next. Even off skates, I was going, how much taller could you possibly? I thought I was standing next to Zdeno Chara. He is a monster. And and then you get him on, and then seeing him on ice, and even standing next to him on skates, on the ice with him, you're still going, I wouldn't even want to be anywhere near you. How's anybody going to go around you? Your wingspan's 8 feet.
Right.
What are you going to do? And he moves so swiftly. He's such a big guy, and he moves so well. And it's the same thing.
The house.
Same thing with Nolan Foote. Nolan Foote's another one. He moves very, very well, and he can move the puck out of the zone. He's very comfortable with the puck on his stick as a defenseman, and he can get us out of trouble if he had to.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is huge. I feel like back to kind of what we were talking about earlier too. The Comets just got pushed around.
Yeah.
It's good to see a guy that we actually have a big guy for once. We don't have Vinny Arsenault going up against Mason Gertson, who I know is
right, exactly
in the Devils organization. I don't know where he's going to end up, but he got his clock cleaned a couple years ago.
Yeah,
granted he hurt his hip during the fight, but still his bell got rung so hard he went down.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully we don't get put. That's another thing that drove me nuts. Especially the last 2 years, we got pushed around on our own ice. That just can't happen.
Yeah, right.
Can't happen. And everybody knew it. Nobody was afraid. Yeah, our crowd was awesome.
It's supposed to be the hardest place to play.
And the best thing is, visiting teams would come in and they'd be like, "I love playing in front of the odd." Well, you're not supposed to You're not supposed to say this,
right?
Yeah.
Oh my God! That drove me insane. Especially too. I don't know if I ever said this on this show, but if you can find it, I think it's on ESPN. Way back when they had the Calder Cup run, granted it was a few years ago, but Paul Biznat, Biz Nasty from Spit and Chicklets, said he told us how it's the toughest place he's ever played.
Right.
We had guys drinking beers out of their friends' prosthetic legs, and the fans going completely insane. And now we got guys getting pushed around left, right, and center. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
But what Biz didn't realize that's a normal day.
Yeah, that's you don't know where you are, buddy. It's pretty standard. Those guys don't even know they're at a hockey game. What are you talking about?
Right.
One more forward I wanted to talk about real quick before we get back to the defenseman. I got to tell you guys, I was so impressed with Joe Gamberdella. That game we were all at, he was all over the ice.
Yep.
And
Energizer Bunny out there.
Yes, he was.
Absolutely. And, I don't know if you guys realize it or not, but he was actually in the 2019 AHL All-Star Classic when he was playing for Bakersfield.
Oh, yeah.
So, the guy can put the puck in the net. I was looking at some of his stats, and past couple of years were kind of rough for him. But, I mean, before that, he was a bona fide scorer. And I'll tell you, with that energy that he brings to the team, if he regains that scoring touches, I mean, he finished off the penalty shot, put the Comets up 1-0.
Yeah.
That could be another real find for them. I'm telling
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good thing. I feel like we've missed that too the last couple of years. A good energy guy, not to quick plug Rangers and Barkley, Goudreau, eat your heart out kind of thing. But it'll be interesting to see. I would love to see him be able to put the puck in the net, especially like we were talking about earlier, the way they're passing the puck around. No reason why he can't get in a groove.
Right.
No.
And even though it was a penalty shot when they scored, you watch the Comets from previous years. They get a breakaway. They're putting the puck over the net. They're putting it wide. They're missing the net.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing guys that literally, I watched the penalty shot. I'm going, please just hit the net. Just hit the net.
Yeah.
And it went in the net. I'm going, whoa.
Let's go!
This is different. I've never seen this before. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like, holy. So, I mean, it's like, wow. And, it was funny. For those of us that were at the odd, the goal horn was a little delayed.
Yeah,
right.
It
We're
was delayed.
expecting that,
Wait a minute, we scored. Oh, hit the horn.
The guy was
wait.
nachos. He was like, wait, what?
Love it. Oh, I love it so much.
But yeah, I think they're going to do very well. I don't think, obviously the North Division is a rough division. But I think once we get our groove, I don't think we could honestly be stopped if we stay healthy. We keep the roster the way it is. They don't have too many jumps. Because who knows? Holtz is probably going to go back and forth. Buchwist, who knows? I mean, he's a little older, but who knows?
Well, he came down with a chip on his shoulder because he did not want to get sent down.
Right.
Well,
He went into the Devils training camp thinking that he was going to get a spot, and it didn't pan out. And another one that the Comets might end up with and add even more size is Freddie Gauthier.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And he was put on waivers October 10th. They wanted to send him back down, but then they had injuries to deal with.
Right.
So to get to their 23-man roster on Monday, they put 4 on injured reserve.
Yep.
So they kept Gauthier up for the roster spot, obviously. But my gut feeling is once those guys start coming back,
where are they going to do it?
be one of the ones coming
down.
They
got it. They would have to.
Yeah. And
Is anybody else watching this pregame?
The TNT?
I got Paul Bizanet sitting next to Wayne Gretzky.
Yep.
This is I can't. I'm sorry not to interrupt. I just can't believe what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Got a combined 800 goals between the two of them.
By the way, for anybody who's not watching and just listening to this, we got the Ranger fans that are getting ready to watch their game, and I so rudely interrupted it by having a show on now.
No,
So
it's fine. I can do both here.
So this is great. So we're going to get live updates as they're happening.
Well, the thing that drives me crazy, and I was a little nervous. I could be alone on this. I don't know how you guys are. But I was talking to my father, who's a huge hockey fan, and we're just kind of tentative about how this whole TNT ESPN thing is going to work out. Mm-hmm. So if I can watch the game on mute and just talk to you guys, I got no problem with that. I don't want to do it. I'm kind of nervous.
I do that a lot.
The best thing is I watched one preseason game on TNT, and I'm like, all right, let's just give TNT a shot because obviously I don't like basketball whatsoever, and you guys know this.
Right.
But I don't even like their telecast. I can't stand anybody on there. Their voices drive me insane. Now, everybody that's on TNT all came over from NBC, which none of them really bother me yet.
Yet.
I mean, yet.
Keyword.
Now, the problem is ESPN has their broadcast and Ray Ferraro's on it. I cannot stand Ray Ferraro.
I know it.
Can't stand
it.
He talks about himself constantly. And it's
know.
You weren't even good. You weren't a good player. I don't care how many goals you have. I don't care how many when I did that in the power play, you didn't do anything on the power play. You were just out on the line and you got a point. Just go away. And I don't know what it is, but I don't like.
Oh no.
Well, it's funny that you guys are talking about that now because that is actually another part of segment 2. We got a huge segment 2 lined up for you guys too. So you're gonna love that part.
Right.
So
I don't even know who's calling the game tonight. All I know is Wes McCulley is on the ice, and that's all that matters. So
that's
let's
all
go.
that matters. That's all that matters.
As long as Wes is on the ice, that's all I care about. I don't know if it's shoot.
Well, let's finish up talking about the Comets defensemen. So we've already covered Kevin Ball, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there is a podcast out there they cover the AHL only, It's called the Calder Farmstead.
Oh, I've never actually, I've seen them post stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I was listening to episode 47 when they were talking about the North Division and they were talking about the Comets. And of course, we have Kevin Ball on defense. And we also have Riley Walsh. So one of the guys accidentally said, well, maybe Ball and Walsh can be pairing. It's like, oops. But, anyways.
Ball wash.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. So anyways, 12-year-old potty humor. Love it. Anyways.
That's what we do here, though.
You never disappoint, Scotty. You never disappoint.
Never do. So, guys, what do we think about this defense? I mean, we talked about Kevin Ball. I mean, Robbie Russo looks like he can move the puck for the boys.
Yep.
Not sure about the defensive end just yet, but it does look like he's going to be able to move the puck. And the Comets have also just today announced they signed Tyler Weatherspoon.
Yep.
Yeah, he was cut from the Devils training camp, and he is coming to town. So he's bringing NHL experience. He had parts of 4 seasons with Calgary.
I'll take that all day.
A ton of AHL experience.
Exactly.
Take that all day.
Yep. Exactly. So you want that experience on that back end.
He's seen that speed. He's seen that speed in the West Coast.
Yeah.
So, and now you're coming over here, and obviously Calgary is a team that can bang. So, I mean, he's going to bang people up, and he's going to fit right. I think he's going to fit right in.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Dineen's style. Dineen's style is, up the ice, hit him hard, shoot the puck, do it over again.
Yeah, that was evident in the preseason games.
Oh, yes,
awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, what's really awesome about him is how animated he gets, too.
Yes, I saw it. He was so fired up. Love it. I love it.
I mean, a little birdie told me that I guess because they played 2 preseason games, they got shut out in Syracuse. Yeah. Or no, they scored with 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
It was 2-1. I'm sorry.
2-1.
5 seconds left. So, anyways, I guess even after a preseason loss on a back-to-back, I guess he was none too happy after the game. It wasn't like, it was the back-to-back of a preseason. We'll get him back. Oh, no. Coach Dineen was not thrilled at all. So I think that's another solid message that's going to be sent. That
we need that.
We're not going to tolerate this.
Exactly.
He's going to be a coach that comes in. It's going to be a different brand of hockey that Utica likes.
Right.
Like it's not. A lot of people were happy just to have hockey back when the Comets first came here, and it was very fast and it was up and down the ice. And you're like, oh wow, this is cool, but wait, we're getting beat up.
Yeah.
Like, what do we? Wait, Darren Archibald is our savior. Well, yeah, but the thing is that how long did he save us for? I mean, he actually got better and moved on, and then he started getting hurt.
Right.
So now it's now the Devils are here, and the Devils obviously you watch them in the NHL. They're a gritty team. They're a fast team and they're a gritty team. So obviously you got to follow that whole mold all the way down and through your whole organization because you don't know what players are going to go up and down. Right. So now with the fan base, they're going to see this game. It's going to be the old school Utica Devils, called the Comets.
Love it.
That just love to go out and play hockey.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's something why I was pretty excited and what got me real fired up. Not to kind of call out the fans in Utica or anything like that, but people who were so anti against the Devils coming to town. It's I understand they're kind of in the middle of a rebuild and they've had a last rough couple of years, but this is an established organization that knows how to win. Right. And they do things right. And not a knock against Vancouver, but again, I don't know if you've looked at the way they've handled anything the last couple of years, but Benning is nuts. And they have just, they're just they shell out money left, right, and center, and then they change the roster every 8 freaking seconds.
Yep.
Right.
So New Jersey don't play around, and the way things have been going the last couple of years, they're on the way up. It looks good. You know what I mean?
Dom, look up. We got our announcers on the TV. I like those announcers.
Yeah, I'll take that all day. That's fine.
Who is it?
It's Enzo.
Kenny Albert,
Kenny Albert,
nice.
and Milbury's in the between the glass.
Oh,
I'll
boy.
take that. Not bad.
He'll be diving through the glass pretty soon.
This picture's great. Did you see this earlier? Rick Tocchet pose. He's on a treadmill between Biz Nasty and Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky looks like he's Rocky Balboa. He's wearing the beanie and the gray sweatshirt. It's amazing. It's amazing. God's gift to hockey keeps
He's not going to drink any raw eggs, though, is he?
No way. He's sitting at the desk just shaking a glass of raw. Oh, man. It would be so good. Teaching Biz a thing or two about banging. It would be great.
Right.
I can see that. Sure.
Marty used to tell me.
Yeah. Let me show you a trick or two here.
Oh, man. You're awesome.
But the one complaint I heard, too, when we were talking about the Devils coming back was people are still kind of bitter about the way the Utica Devils ended up leaving town.
I wasn't happy with that.
And my point on that is this is a completely new ownership and completely new management from what
Right.
we had in the mid '90s. So
Yeah.
to me, put that out of your mind because it's
And-
done and over with in the past. I mean,
A lot of those fans that are saying stuff like that, I heard a lot of people in the comments group say, "Oh, well, I wish the Islanders were coming here." A lot of those management people from the Devils in that time are with the Islanders
with
now.
the Islanders.
So why don't you go ahead
Exactly.
and reestablish your thought process here? You really want Lou Lamoriello calling the shots when it comes to what's
Right.
going on in Utica? I don't think so.
Right.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, and a little AHL news too, which is interesting. Not that it really matters, but speaking of the Islanders, I don't know if anyone saw the Bridgeport Sound Tigers are now the Bridgeport Islanders, which is
oh really?
I don't know if that's something the league or organizations are just trying to do. If they're trying to change names, I don't know if we're going to be the Devils in the next couple of years. I'm not going to complain about it. But
Well,
just saying.
Wow.
like I said, Esch did buy the Devil name for Utica.
yeah.
So, I mean, I know he has plans to do the
Like the retro
throwback
nights.
jerseys.
Right.
And but I mean, what's the point of buying the Devils if you're not ever going to call them the
Just saying.
Devils?
Little
No,
comments
because
at
if you decided you want to do something later down the road, you don't want somebody already having the trademark. That's
Well, that's
right,
it.
right. I want to put it right now here too. That way, it's published on a podcast. In the event you need an idea for something, Scott, whether it's a column or like a social media page or like whatever. I'm a little frustrated that there's no Comets/New Jersey Devils thing called the Devil's Advocates. I really think that would be a great.
hey.
That's a
I
good
wanted to
one.
change the Comets group to that. Like, can we change it to the Devil's Advocates? And they're like, no, Utica Comets Hardcore is going to stay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, we got
Do you know anything about hockey?
stick.com
Probably
for
not.
stuff like that.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Devil's Advocates is a great name. We're the support system of the Devils. It's beautiful. It writes itself.
Yes.
Untapped genius. Not a big deal.
Well, you are the Macho Man.
Yeah. The cream always rises to the top. Yeah.
But you know, getting back to when the Devils actually did leave Utica, like it's a completely, and I don't want to. I mean, it's plastered everywhere, and it's actually like I don't even trying to put a pun here, but it's a completely new era. Like it's not like what it was
well,
back
that's what
then.
I mean.
You know, it's completely
plug.
different. Yeah, hard plug right there. Hard plug. And I'm
No,
like,
I
I'm like,
love it
wait,
though. No, you're right though. But you're absolutely right though.
You know what I mean? It's not the same.
absolutely. It's not what it was back then.
No,
Look,
no.
I remember it. Granted, they were still Vancouver, but it's the same principle. It's Rob Esch and everything that's going on in Utica. When I brought my dad to a Comets game a couple years ago, it was the first time he'd been in the odds since me and him used to go to Prowlers games.
Right.
And he literally walked in and goes, "Is this the same building?"
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a whole different thing. And
Where
beer
are those
prices
orange-
did not go up.
Where are
Huge.
those orange foam seats that are now
Right.
gone? Where are those things?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Where's the silhouette of the guitar player? What happened
Oh
here?
man, you know, it's brutal. But no, it's true though. I don't know. I'm like I said. I know I'm not alone here. I'm so excited about it. I think it's going to work out really well for us
I
long
do too.
term.
I do.
And, you know,
too.
Too.
So
And-
I'll tell you what. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and our fan base is just so rabid that we're gonna make it work no matter what. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt
absolutely.
in my mind about that. So one last thing to talk about with our comments for the upcoming season, and that is between the pipes. Our goaltenders. So we had Nico Dawes saw most of the action in the preseason. They just sent Akira Schmid down as well. You got to figure Scott Wedgwood is going to be coming down as soon as they get their New Jersey gets their tandem all straightened out. I think Mackenzie Blackwood is actually about ready to go, right? I
believe so.
Doesn't he have to get a shot or something?
He's got his
Something.
first one, and he's got to get his second one, I think, or so. I don't know what the.
I mean, I know
It's hard to
like,
keep
they
up.
They were talking about it today on something, and they were saying like, obviously he doesn't want to be. It's becoming a distraction. So
Right.
obviously in the locker room, they're not going to come out and publicly say like, get it done. But in that locker room, they're like, dude, come on, like seriously, like let's go here, like
Right.
get the shot and let's move on. I don't care about your belief or whatever else, but you're slowing us down. You're making us look bad.
Right.
We need you. Like we
Right.
need you.
We need. Yes, we need you.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for the way that it's happening, but I mean, if everybody has to get vaccinated, just get vaccinated. Get it done and over
Get it
with.
over with,
If you
yeah.
want to play, just go. If you want to play for your team and not be that guy,
Right.
get it done.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Just do it. But they've already sent Merrick Matens down to the Adirondack Thunder of the ECHL. So
I mean, I talked to him. I
Did
talked
ya?
to him only because, I talked to him in the well when he was sitting there in the preseason game, and I'm like, I walked over, I go, listen, I know it's not pronounced Mittens, but you have the best last name for a goalie ever. And he's like, yeah, I got that a lot. I'm like, okay, but I'm like, I go, dude, your last name's Mittens, like that's awesome.
He's like, get away from me.
No, he was actually pretty
Like
cool.
who's this guy?
Yeah, he was a pretty cool guy. He was a
He's
pretty
like-
cool guy.
He's like, you're not going to
Especially
start
for-
drinking beer out of weird places, are you?
No, I've been there, done that.
I heard about Biz.
It's like, yeah, I heard what he said. I saw it.
He's like, I'm getting nervous already.
Oh, a nice
But
little
no,
clip of Gretzky dropping the
Gretzky
mitts here.
dropping the
Let's
mitts
go.
and then getting turtled.
Yeah.
Gets turtled. Oh, okay, you're done.
So you got to figure when Wedgwood comes down that one of Nico Dawes or Akira Schmidt is going to go to the ECHL as well. At first, I got to tell you, I thought it would be Nico Dawes that was going to stay in Utica because of all the playing time he got. Now, of course, Schmidt was still up with New Jersey. And I was talking with Neil Villapiano, who we had on a few weeks ago from the Devil State of Mind podcast just today. And he was telling me that Schmidt is actually more NHL ready, so that there's a possibility it could be him that stays. And Dawes, who was actually a pretty high-round draft pick of the Devils a couple of years ago, will go to the ECHL and get some playing time. So that's going to be a very interesting carousel to see how it works out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
But I'll tell you what, though, I'm not going to complain about having Scott Wedgwood in the net.
Not at all. Not even a little
He's
bit.
solid. He's just, he's not spectacular, but he's a solid goaltender,
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And I'll tell you, this is, guys, this team is shaping up to be something special. I think, anyway.
I think, like I said, I think they're going to contend. I mean, even the pros are picking them they're picking them to finish maybe third, a close second. Mm-hmm. I mean that's a pretty big move from, looking at how bad they did last year in Binghamton, but I mean, it's a big move to all of a sudden move up and that fast and that good.
But they're going to have fans behind them this year. They're going to like that. And not only that, when they get their chemistry and they get in sync with their team, their lines, whatever they're going to do, I think they can contend with any one of these guys in the North Division, to tell you the truth.
And that's just it. You got the Marlies, of course. We all know how the powerhouse the Marlies could be. Obviously, Syracuse will always fight us no matter what. That'll be. You got to look at the Tampa Bay organization. They've done something right, and they're continuously doing something right. Even though they got shellacked last night, but I just think that we actually do have a good contender on the ice right now.
Oh, I do too.
Absolutely.
I'm just so excited about what the season's going to bring. And of course, injuries are going to play a role like they do with any other club, but more so for New Jersey.
Right.
Who they end up bringing up. And, it's, I don't want to sound like a jerk by saying this, but, good on Dawson Mercer for making the team right off the get-go.
Right.
But I was kind of looking forward to seeing him in Utica, too. Good for him. I'm just saying that, that's all right. We're getting Alexander Holtz. It's all good.
Right. Yeah, that's huge. And hey, I know this is not necessarily the biggest deal, but it's something to look out for. It's new this year is Wednesday night $3 beer nights.
Yeah.
I don't want to take credit for this, but there's only one person that I am aware of that was holding a sign outside the odd demanding cheaper beer prices, and his name rhymes with me. So anybody needs photographic evidence, I do have the pictures. I miss $1 beer nights. I think it's crap. We don't have them. I'll take 3 of those. Close.
Dom, you are a true asset to the community. You know that?
Well, listen, this community needs a leader. So, and in times of need, the right people step up normally. So here we are. We got Charles Barkley in the net right now with a goalie stick. This is crazy.
And the great one's going to shoot on him.
Oh my God! Just snap one off.
No.
Just please.
This is going to like you and I.
God, this is I want to see this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how can we put this up on a monitor somewhere.
I wish just one time he'd just uncork one. Oh.
There he is.
I don't know how much you can see, but there it is. Oh, wow.
Oh, what is this?
That
was
sorcery.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Man.
boy. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, since you're getting close to puck drop, why don't we do breakaway trivia and go to a commercial break ourselves? How's that sound?
Sounds good.
I hope everybody enjoyed our Utica Comets preview. We got off the rails a little bit, but that's okay, because we always manage to get back on. It's all good.
We
So,
do?
sometimes. Yeah.
Did we get back on?
No.
I'm just trying to be positive, guys.
Not
Look
important.
at Dom. Here we go. Glasses again.
And he's back.
Just putting them up in case I need them.
He's ready. All right. Breakaway Trivia is brought to you by friend of the show, Jimmy the Iceman McNeil's children's book, The Red and White Zamboni Ice Machine. To order your copy, you can email Jimmy at mac_iceman@hotmail.com. This is an easy one this week, guys. This week's breakaway trivia question is, What goaltender holds the NHL record for most games played in a career? The answer when we come back.
Visit My Little Falls and stay connected with the latest news, information, and events in the city and the area. Our mission is to generate interest in the community and connect residents in a more meaningful way by facilitating deeper conversations about how these stories will shape the future of the Mohawk Valley. Join thousands of weekly visitors who stay up to date with feature stories, interviews, videos, our event calendar, and print publication, the Mohawk Valley Express. It's about timely local news for the community, keeping citizens informed about important issues, telling about the people who live and work here, and giving locally owned businesses the opportunity to reach a very targeted audience of locals and tourists alike. It's a whole new form of media-rich content developed specifically for today's mobile lifestyle and listeners. You can download our iOS app in the iTunes store, listen to our country music streaming radio station, or sign up for a weekly newsletter. Stop by today at mylittlefalls.com. You'll be glad you did.
One small request, Dave.
Yes.
We got to work on Pyro and Smoke for when we come back from that awesome song.
I gotta say that is incredible.
It is.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I didn't have that the last time I was here.
With that lightning at the end across the, you know what it reminds me of? Remember the beginning for DX on the screen?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Awesome.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? That was my childhood right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Break it down. Love it. Love it.
I got a bourbon and cigar commercial I've got to work on that will run next week during
Really?
the show. Yeah.
Definitely don't hate that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I haven't shot it yet because there's a bourbon and cigar event
Up
here
at
in
the
Little
Overlook.
Falls up at Overlook on October 23rd. And I've got to do a commercial for that. And so kind of working with the music, and I've got some shots in my head.
Well,
and,
there's where we're going to get our smoke for our Pyro.
yeah, cigar smoke. I had to order like almost $100 of cigars as props. Yeah, anybody smoke cigars? Pops? No cigar smoke?
No, not for me.
Well, maybe next time somebody has a baby.
There you go.
There
It's a boys.
There you go.
I'd rather give him a beer.
He's going to need that.
There you go.
Oh, boy. We're back with segment 2 of Hockey Hot Takes. I'm going to give you that breakaway trivia question one more time. And the question is, what goaltender holds the NHL record for most games played in a career? Professor, what's your answer?
Marty.
All right, Dom.
It's got to be Marty. The guy played till he was like 50.
Hey, you got a guess?
Jeez, I'm not going to break with these guys.
All right. I thought you were going to say Wayne Gretzky. You let me down.
Gordie Howe. Oh, no.
When in doubt, those are two great answers.
No matter what the question.
I don't know what the question was. I wasn't even listening.
See, I felt bad for not reading the rundown. This guy.
He doesn't send it to me anymore because he thinks I Google the answers.
Because you do.
I do not.
Gumper.
I'm going to get another answer right early this year. Martin Brodeur.
All three of you. Ding, 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 ding. You are all winners.
Hey,
That's awesome.
all right.
Hey.
See,
That's
now
a first today.
maybe that's the formula. Maybe I should go to other people first.
Well, now you're getting smart, you dumbass. No. He always puts me on the hook, you know. And he's talking about these new hockey players. Hell, I played when Gretzky wasn't even born yet.
Oh, boy. Well, you did skate on the line with Jean Beliveau, didn't you?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Actually, I thought it was his father, but anyway, go ahead.
Probably was.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Happy birthday to the Boston Bruins. They were granted an NHL franchise on October 12th, 1924, making them 97 years old. Speaking of the Bruins, former Bruin great Willie O'Ree turns 86 on October 15th.
Hey.
That guy was cool.
Yeah, it's a Boston state of mind for birthdays this week.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, I thought
Who
that
cares?
was pretty-
Who cares? The Rangers are playing.
Oof. I mean,
We
hey,
really like
that
this.
That's my
that
man
core in
right
Boston's getting old, man.
Yeah, they
Well,
are.
Jeremy, you're going to like this next one then because it's a happy birthday to Dale
Dale.
Purrington.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
The former New York Ranger and guest of the show turned 45 on October 11th. Happy birthday, Dale.
Oh
We got
yeah.
to get him to come back on.
I actually was thinking about texting him today, but he's been hot and cold lately.
Yeah.
He's got some things going on. So, but I mean, he's still chipper and happy. I texted him obviously, happy birthday, old man, and he replied right back with his nice sarcastic self that he always has. So, but yeah, we'll definitely get him back on. I'll reach out to him. We'll get him back on.
Well, listen, he is a legend just because he brought the little things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it has never left.
No, never did.
It seriously has not left. How many episodes ago was that?
Oh, let's see. He was episode I want to say 30? No, 23 and 24. So he was on twice.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's due. He's due to make a comeback.
All right, we'll get him on.
Maybe coming on would cheer him up a touch.
Yeah,
it would definitely cheer. As long as he gets to break my balls, I got to.
Oh, that's exactly what it's going to be the whole show.
I got to take down the sign.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what sign is up there. He's still going to break.
He's still going to say it.
So
might as well go with it, Jeremy, and put the right sign up there.
I know.
Oh, one last happy birthday to Dave the Hammer Schultz, the former Broad Street bully and Mohawk Valley Prowlers head coach, turned 72 on October 14th. I have to tell you, I still listen to that clip when we had Mark Terry on talking about the Hammer as a head coach, and I still laugh.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Being mad at a referee for giving his team a power play is just priceless.
Yes.
Priceless. Oh, boy.
Even I remember that wasn't Wayne Gretzky or, Gordie Howe.
See, you're learning.
I'm learning.
You're learning, young Jedi. You're getting there.
It was excellent. That was funny.
So, guys, obviously hockey is back. As you can tell how much of a good mood we're all in here. The NHL season opened on Tuesday night with 2 games. Both were broadcast on ESPN. If you guys watched it, what do you think of the new NHL flagships broadcasts?
I'm willing to give it a chance. It's too early for me to judge. I'm not thrilled about the idea, but as long as hockey's on, it works for me. I think it's cool. I mean, if it's done right, putting hockey on ESPN could be great for the sport. Yeah. I worry that ESPN will ESPN it.
Yeah,
they already have,
and they'll ruin it, and it'll be, you know what I mean. Even after this year might go smooth, and then next year they're going to bury it on their streaming service or some crap like that. Who knows?
Right.
You know what I mean? It makes me nervous, but I also don't know how much I love this whole TNT thing either.
The thing is, the TNT, like I said, it's the NBC broadcast. It's the whole entire team. Like everybody that was at NBC is all there. And I didn't mean Mike Milbury. I mean, it was Keith Jones. But I mean, obviously, ESPN brought on Messier last night. Messier and Chelly brought on Chelly.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Chelly was pretty good.
Great.
Actually,
Chelly was pretty good. Messier was good. I mean, you're going to see this, and I think ESPN, like you said, Dom, they're going to ESPN it.
Right.
It's, I do like the old. They did bring back the old theme song, which I loved.
Awesome.
You
Nostalgia.
you can't get any better than that. I don't know. I think TNT, as much as I don't want to say it, they're probably going to do it better because, like I said, it's the whole broadcast team for NBC. Right. So these guys have done it before. Right. It's not that ESPN hasn't, but anybody that was on ESPN the last time they did it, they're not even there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few of them, but I mean, they're not there.
They added John Tortorella.
Yeah. I mean, I watched him today on The Point, and he's just so dry. And I'm like,
I don't like anything about him, period.
You can't. I mean, he's awesome to watch him with his antics and everything, but he's got to be so calm on live TV, and you can see it.
They probably have to sedate him.
He's so calm and laid back. You can see him. He wants to just bark at everything.
This is the same guy that tried to go into the opposing team's locker room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking? What do you do? Where are you going?
That's why, you probably might be able to agree with me with this. I don't know if we ever talked about this. I tried to explain this to my father, who's a huge Rangers fan. Shout out, Dad, because he's going to listen to this. But when they were looking for a new head coach, and people were like, "Oh, they might bring Torch back." I'm like, I can't do another Torch run. I can't do it. I can't. I just can't handle it right now.
It was brought up on this show. Be like, who would you want to come in? It was like, oh, bring in Tortorella. I'm like, absolutely not.
I emotionally can't handle that.
No, I don't want our head coach, literally having our defense ripping shots at our forwards. I don't want that happening ever again.
Especially with this young core they have right now. Yes. I don't just emotionally.
No,
not for the best.
Do it. No,
keep them on ESPN. Just stay there.
Stay there. Yes.
Brutal.
I don't know. It was all right, I thought, for the ESPN broadcast, even though I already had a bitter taste in my mouth from the Seattle expansion show.
Oh.
Where they were just bringing, they couldn't pronounce names. It was like, oh my God, this is awful.
They ESPN'd it.
Yes.
ESPN'd it.
A few years back, I don't know if anybody remembers this. I got to try to find the graphic. I used to have it on my Instagram, but I think
here we go. We're fighting.
We got
and it's not Reeves. It's Sammy Blais.
Really?
Hey, make a name for yourself, kid.
Sammy Blais and Van Riemsdyk.
Oh wow,
love it. But ESPN a few years back, it was around the Olympics one time, and they were like, "Oh, if the NHL players could play, this is what Team Russia would look like." And they had TJ Oshie on the Russian roster. This is post the Sochi Olympics. Team USA hero, the guy who destroyed single-handedly Team Russia.
Right.
They just don't care at all. Like they don't care about hockey even a little bit. It's terrible.
I mean, some of the announcing last night was really hard to take. I mean,
well, I think there was something wrong with like the mics or something because And the worst part is like I'm like, all right, so maybe it's just the ESPN broadcast and maybe it's something going wrong. And then the Vegas game came on and everything was normal. You were able to hear the crowd. You were able to hear the announcers. You were able to hear the stick play. You were able but I go the Tampa Bay game, you figure it's their Stanley Cup banner raising. They figured they would have everything in sync to make sure all the kinks were kind of worked out. Nothing was worked out.
No.
I mean, then they turned up the mics on. They turned the mics up on the announcers, and then you couldn't hear anything on the ice. Right. And I'm like, what's going on? Like this is I can't do this.
Right.
And it's the tower, the little cam, the spider cam that they had, that wasn't even HD. Like I'm going, why are my eyes blurry? And I changed the channel. I go, my TV screen's going right now. I'm going to be pissed. So I changed the channel, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I go, that camera's not even in HD. How do you do this?
And it's not even like granted it's hockey, but this is what you do is you broadcast sports. This is what you do.
Yes, and you screw it up. How do you do this?
This is like a college student's first project.
I don't understand. This is what you guys do. But then you look at Sunday Night Baseball and the playoffs, and they got A-Rod on there. So like, what do you expect out of ESPN?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just the worst. Not to talk about another sport, but God, it's brutal.
I know. It's terrible.
I mean, somebody said today they're talking about Reeves and Wilson. And they're like, Reeves is a guy that I would love to go out with and not put on the air. Like, I would not want him in the booth with me. I would not want him to analyze games. Wilson, on the other hand, I would love to have him in the booth with me. And I started looking at it. I'm going, yeah, that makes sense. Because who knows? You're going to get Reeves, and he's just going to go somewhere that has nothing to do with anything. Right. You know what I mean? And Reeves is actually would be able to break down the play and talk about the actual play.
Right.
In ESPN, you throw people on there like A-Rod, and he's like, they threw. I loved it. They threw him on for the Boston Yankee game. I'm like, did they really just do this?
No,
like, what is
the highest rated broadcast they've had since 1998?
Yes. I'm like, what are you doing?
7.7 million viewers. It's insane. And they have Alex Rodriguez. A guy that nobody in the history of life has liked.
Nobody has.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. Speaking of broadcast, I don't know if you guys saw the news today. Henrik Lundqvist is joining the MSG broadcast team.
I saw that, yeah.
For the intermissions.
That's looking awfully dapper, sitting at the desk.
Always.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
What a beautiful man.
Does that mean Steve Valiquette is leaving?
Oh, I hope.
Because I hope so.
Yeah.
Really? You don't like Valley?
Oh, I like him, but my God, like another guy that completely talks about himself. Oh well, when I played guy, this is what I think. And I'm like,
yes. What I watched from the back.
I guess I never noticed.
Then it's like I don't like because he does make good points. He does like break down the game. And then he's like talking about, he goes into the analytics and the statistics of everything. I'm like, and then he makes that stupid Madden comment where he's like, well, this is how you pass the puck. You pass the puck to the open man. Well, no shit. Is that how you pass the puck? Really? Is that what you do? You don't look for the guy that's covered? No. And this is where the probability would lie if the puck was able to go to this man if he was open and when he was open and how the probability is on shots. And I'm looking at it going, I am now dumber for listening to everything you just said.
I guess I've never noticed. I don't know. I don't know. Got to start paying more attention.
Can we get a banner now that says "I love Steve Valiquette"?
We can do that if I can spell it.
Look it up. You know how to use Google, obviously.
Okay. I was gonna Google
good. Now we're on
game.
the kill. This is beautiful.
Well, guys, now that we got talking about the Rangers, we got a ton of Ranger stuff we got to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I was waiting for it.
So the first one is the Rangers have signed Mika Zibanejad to an 8-year contract extension that carries an $8.5 million AAV. Zibanejad is currently 28 years old, and the extension does not start until next season. Guys, how you feel about this?
Great, because Eichel's not coming.
I was going to say, I guess this means no Jack Eichel, huh?
Yeah, no Eichel. As soon as I saw that, I said,
Jeremy.
yes. I don't care if they signed, I don't care who, I don't know, well, Gertson's now a Devil. I mean, Ryan Callahan, great. Jack Eichel's not coming.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Uh-oh.
They score.
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Shut it off.
Looks like Oshbab.
Yeah.
I love him, though. I can't.
That's the thing. I can't even be mad
I
at
love
what she
TJ
scored.
Oshie so much.
Yeah,
He's,
So cool.
yeah, he's awesome. He's
I
the
mean,
best.
it's the story with his father and what he did.
Oh
for
my
Team
God,
USA.
what a
I mean,
moment,
Oshie?
dude.
TJ Oshie, yeah.
Dude, he just loves what I don't think there's anybody in the world that loves what they do more for a living than TJ Oshie.
No.
Oh, no.
Dude, the kid's
Talk
looking at him. He's
about
having a
a worker.
blast out there. Oh my God.
Look
And
where the puck is.
just on a sidebar about him, it was amazing that during the expansion draft, because he's actually from the state of Washington, he came right out and said he wanted to stay with the Caps. He did not want to go to Seattle,
Yeah.
which really surprised me, but
Yeah.
he loves it there now.
I think he's got quite the life going for him. You know,
Yeah, probably.
make him donut bets with his daughter over here in Washington.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think with locking up Zibanejad, that takes the, like I said, it takes the Jack Eichel rumors completely. Well, it doesn't take them off the table, but it's definitely kind of gone to the wayside. I liked the signing. Now it's, I mean, I'm sure it's going to open up another door, but I mean, seriously, how many A's can we possibly give out to this team?
Oh, don't worry, that's
we
on
have
the
no
list.
C's. We have no C's on the. Oh, all right, fine. But,
So
I
yeah,
mean,
so do the A's go all the way down to Hartford, pretty much, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I get it. It's a brand new coach, so he wants to see it, maybe a true leader in game time. People are talking about putting Foxy as a captain.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Sure, he's won Norris, but
Right. I have a pick in
listen.
mind. I don't know if anybody else would like to hear it or if they agree as far as the Rangers captain goes.
which one?
Just Ryan Lindgren. He's the guy.
Ryan Lindgren.
Love him. Love him. Name me a game last year he didn't get bloody. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. He's the guy out there.
I don't mind a team not having a captain. I do kind of think it's weird to have 6 and kind of rotate 6 alternate captains around. That's just
It's like
weird.
being on a
It's
Mike
kinda
team
like,
saying,
it's like,
"Here,
just-
you're the captain today. Here you go."
yeah, that's like, it's like, listen, I just want to be friends with everybody here.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I don't understand that. I'm sorry, I don't get it.
I think Gallant will name a captain. I really think he will, because he's that coach. He's a coach that wants to not handle everything. He needs that, that union on the other side.
Players that decide that. I've always thought that was
The players will vote on it, absolutely.
You
It's
know?
just a matter of when is Gallant going to say, "All right, listen, this is when we're voting for a team captain. Do it."
I also think the Rangers are a weird group too with this, just because they're such a young team.
they are a very young.
You know what I mean? They don't have that experienced step up kind of captain guy. Like, granted, I mean, who's the oldest guy in the team? Kreider. By far. If Chris Kreider's not on the team, I think their average age drops by 4 years.
Oh yeah.
So
Which
Like,
I
you can go to a bar.
they're still.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
they're still one of the youngest teams in the NHL.
Yeah,
Kreider on the roster.
yeah, Kreider. I
That's
think, and
why-
the next one after is probably Panarin. I
Yeah.
don't even.
Panarin's 30.
But Kreider should be the captain of that team.
That's the other thing. Are you going to put the oldest guy with the longest tenure on a team just because he's the oldest guy?
Yeah,
But he's been a leader on that team for how many years now?
He's a very silent leader, though. He's not really the.
he looks like some type of
He's
special agent.
he's an
like
A.
KGB or something.
He does.
You make me
I think
captain,
he's
yes.
I think he's a solid A. He's definitely a
He's the
solid
undercover
A.
captain.
You make me captain, yes. Christ drives me nuts too, because he's there's days where he's so good, and then there's days where he's I'm on the team.
You're not going to get rid of me.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm on
You're
the
not
team.
getting rid of me.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. You guys pay me so much money, you have to play me. It doesn't matter.
Right. You're not sending me down. So
No, you're not sending me down,
I'm not going
and
anywhere.
nobody will ever trade for me.
No.
Good for him.
But I want to.
Upper management has done a hell of a job putting this team together, I think. doing that, but now they show how stupid they are by giving 6 alternate captains. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you got that 6 alternate captains. There's other things that show they're stupid by the fact that, hey, we're going to pad the top 6, and then we just get rid of Pavel Buchnevich for basically nothing. No disrespect to Sammy Blais, but here we are. The only thing that makes me nervous now is you got Panarin making a boatload of money, you got Kreider making a boatload of money, and you got Zibanejad making a boatload of money. Okay, great. We got all these young guys. What if some of these guys don't pan out and we need to make a move?
Well, here's the other thing, too. Don't forget about Trouba.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't forget Adam Fox has got to get paid
Fox.
next year.
You have to give
Fox has to get paid.
When's is he up this? He's up this year?
At the end of this season.
Okay, so
season,
the day he's eligible to get a new contract, I don't care who's calling the shots, if it's Drury, if it's got to be anyone else that's in the front office, they knock on his door a minute after he's allowed. You say, here's a blank check with my name on it, put whatever you want on it.
Anybody but Dolan. Just keep Dolan
lock him
out
down.
of it.
Keep Dolan.
Out,
I don't want to hear his name ever again.
Here's the check. You write down, Dolan cannot see this. There you go.
If it wasn't for James Dolan, the New York Rangers, I think, look a little different right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because look at this, right? This New York Rangers roster that's on TV right now, you have Jacob Trouba, who already rails people, which is fine. But then, you don't like what happened when Tom Wilson left? We have Ryan Reeves, Jared Tenorti, and Patrick Nemeth.
Yes.
What happened?
Yes.
I mean, worst comes to worst, his team ain't getting pushed around, but come on.
No, you're right. Exactly.
Exactly. And they already extended Reeves. He hadn't even played a minute for this. He hadn't even played a shift. Oh, my God.
I know.
Did he get one of the alternate captains too? Just out of curiosity, I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, I don't even know who they are. I don't even know what it is.
You know what they're going to do? You know that hat that they passed around in the playoffs?
the
They're going to put 6 A's into that hat. They're going to shake it up, and they're just going to kind of have each guy kind of
draw.
Just pull.
Just draw from
it.
You're the captain today.
But
it's a job nobody wants to do.
No. Yeah, I know, right? Just going back to that Zibanejad contract, I'll tell you what. I love the AAV. That's a hell of a price for him.
Yeah.
I hate the term. He's going to be 29 when this thing kicks in.
Yeah.
So that means they've got him until he's 37 years old.
You're essentially paying for life.
And
he's a lifelong Ranger.
And the entire contract has a no-move clause.
So, all right. So did you just sign your captain to the guy that just got paid?
So you give him the captaincy.
You give him the captaincy.
But you know what I don't understand, though, is why didn't they do that right now then? You know what I mean?
Like I said, new coach, new coach. He wants to see the leadership. He wants to see. I think you're going to see a captain within the next 2 weeks because you're going to have enough games in with the 2 weeks.
But then what about all the A's you got floating around in the locker room?
Well, then you're going to get rid of it. Well, you're just going to take them away. I mean, you got Stromer that could honestly be fighting for a C spot right now.
They might as well make him the captain because they've tried to get rid of that guy for like 10 years now, and they just can't. They've literally said, we'll give you him for free and half a bag of pucks, and nobody will take him.
We'll put you on the trading block, but see, we're going to take you off because nobody wants you.
It's that's unbelievable. They might as well just do that, right?
They might as well.
Here, we're going to add some value to him. We're going to make him the captain.
Yeah, does this make you guys want him more? I just don't. Anybody take him. So, I don't know. I think you're right, though. I do think that they'll probably see a captain within the next couple weeks. I think somebody will step up, and that'll happen. I mean, who was our last captain? McDonough, right?
Yeah, McDonough's our last
2018, captain. Probably, I think it was. Yeah. So it's, I don't know. It's going to have to be somebody. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being like Kreider or Zibanejad. Somebody who's going to be here. Somebody's going to be here for a while. Yeah, it's not going to be Panarin because that's just not what he does.
No, it's not. He's not a C.
He said he doesn't want it too.
It's not his job.
And he's actually come out and said he didn't want it.
You know what though? Whoever does get it is getting traded because their last 2 captains have been traded, right?
Callahan before,
and he's going to Tampa.
So watch what's going to happen. This was going to happen. They're going to finally, as they should have before. Now he's not on the team anymore, but he's in the broadcast booth. They're going to name Henrik Lundqvist the captain.
No, I got one better for you. Just give it to Kravtsov.
Oh my God!
Just give it to Kravtsov.
You know what?
He doesn't want to be there anyway.
It's so funny you brought him up because guess what? He's the next topic of conversation.
Come on.
So,
2-0.
Who do we got here?
Oh boy.
I think.
Oh boy.
I don't know who it was. I thought it was Ovi that just ripped it far post, but it's Jensen.
Good. So
Dom,
Caps look
So
good.
guys, now that you're in a really
do you
good
see how
mood-
many shots on goal on this?
Yeah, you guys can't see this here, but the New York Rangers currently with it's 10:38 to go in the first are 7-3 shots wise, and they're down 2-0. So good
Nothing's
percentage.
changed.
Good percentage for
Yes.
Alexander Gorgiev, another guy that nobody would
really?
take for free.
Oh,
They started Gorgiev
Yes.
We're offsides.
over
No goals.
Shesterkin?
No goal.
Yep.
Wow.
We're offsides. No goal.
Let's go, baby!
Look at this shot, though. Wow.
That is wow. Top corns, he
That's
ripped that
a
as a
beauty.
rocket. Kind of feel bad taking that one back.
That's a beautiful goal.
No, you
I'll
don't.
get listen. I'll get
you
over
don't.
it. I'll get over it. I'll get over it. But
Oh boy!
But yeah,
Dave,
Kravtsov,
guys,
come in.
we're talking about guys that wanted to be in New York. Now let's talk about guys that don't.
Yeah,
want
but after
to be
that
in New
comment,
York.
take him off the air.
So,
you don't mean that.
No.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe he does. I don't know. Yeah, Gallant does not look happy. That's good. That's good.
yeah, so Kravtsov, he was their number one pick in 2018, and he's actually refused demotion to the AHL. He wants a trade, and then today, Darren Dreger from TSN up in Canada tweeted out that he's willing to go to a team and go to their AHL team
Oh, perfect.
to work out a contract. So
Perfect.
Wow.
what is going on, guys? What is this?
Hey,
because
come to the Devils.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
All I heard off season, all I heard from Ranger fans was, "Well, Krav tore up the KHL and he's coming back," and now all of a sudden it's like it just went to crap.
Well,
Hey, was he that
look
bad?
at.
Was he that bad in preseason? I'll tell you, I didn't watch any Rangers hockey in the preseason. I didn't see much. Is it that bad that he's? I mean, they couldn't find a spot for him on the team.
Well, look at it like this: when we needed him, when he got drafted by the Rangers, we had no wingers, none.
Right.
Right now,
Right.
we're loaded with wingers
Plethora.
that are better than Kravtsov. So he is kind of sitting on the pond on the outside because he was brought in saying, "Yeah, you're going to make it. You're going to be the guy. You're going to do this." But then they got other wingers that come in, and it just doesn't work with them anymore. Now, not saying that they want to get rid of him, they want to keep him, but they want to put him down, and he doesn't want to go there. So now you got a character debate with him. So you're going to say that you want to play hockey, but you don't want to be with this organization because we're sending you down. Like, I think if he goes to any other team, I believe that they probably will send him down because he is young.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if even if he goes to another team that he'll actually be in the show anyway.
I guess my question is, because I mean, it happened to their previous year's first round pick too. Was Lias Anderson, and it was the same situation. And I'm not trying to throw salt into a wound. It's just, it's kind of like what's happening here? Why all of a sudden? I mean, maybe Lias Anderson was a reach. Who knows? His career's young yet.
That was another character debate too because he
But
didn't
again,
have the
there you
character
go.
even to play.
So,
And that's
I mean,
the thing. What are they literally looking at?
Right.
Oh, you didn't think that whole metal shtick was like a good thing that happened with character? You didn't think that was a
That
good
was all
sign of
character.
character?
What are you talking about?
You didn't think that was class?
Not a well. I mean, a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe the Rangers and the Sabres can work out a trade. Kravtsov for Eichel. What do you think?
Stop.
Oh, not good. Good God. Take him off.
Hey,
the
how
air.
about Iafallo for Eichel? How about Iafallo for Eichel? But I mean, you look at Kravtsov. I mean, he was there without Kakko wasn't drafted yet. Kakko came in. Loff wasn't there yet. Loff got in. Now you look at Kakko and Lafreniere. Are they better than Kravtsov? I think so.
I don't know.
I think
enough.
Lafreniere is way better than Kravtsov.
I think his ceiling is significantly higher.
Yeah.
By far.
mean,
He's a big body. The kid can bang. He's not afraid to get in the mix. You saw him last year. He's a child. He can't even drink in the city, and he's getting in the mix and scrums.
With
yeah,
yes.
I mean,
Yes.
you love to see it. I mean, his ceiling is massive. And Kakko's the same way. He's a big guy. He's got time to develop still. I mean, they're both children still.
Right, exactly.
Same thing with Kravtsov. But if here's the thing, if he doesn't want to be here, I don't care what his ceiling is or how good he is. He shouldn't be here.
Yeah, he shouldn't be here. He's just going to
Exactly.
separate that locker room in an instant.
You're right.
And New York's a tough place to play too. You know what I mean? So it's same thing with Anderson. Like if you can't handle the pressure, like you look at guys that come someplace and they can't handle the pressure.
Right.
So
exactly. Exactly.
I mean, we did that experiment a lot of times in New York, and they handle it.
No.
But that's not any sport, though. That's not just hockey. That's any sport.
Oh my God, are you
New
kidding
York
me?
goes.
Oh yeah,
I've been a Mets fan my entire life. You want to talk about this?
Yeah, right.
they still have a baseball team.
Oh, hey, listen, we're on the move, baby. Robinson Cano's coming off suspension. Get this guy out of here. I can't stand him.
He can't go to any other baseball team because he can't even speak English. So he's got to stay in New York.
Hate, double hate.
But let's get back to hockey, shall we?
Yeah, before we get down this rabbit hole, I'll keep you guys on here for another hour and a half.
I'm actually surprised, really, that they couldn't find a spot for him, say, on the third line. Anyways,
well, that's what he wanted,
Or say,
you look at the third line
we're
they have right now.
The AHL. We're going to get you back up here. We got some roster stuff we got to work through. And if the Rangers did that and he still refused it, then yeah, he's got to go. There's no. Right.
Well, I think that's the Rangers' plan. They just didn't tell him that.
But now, unfortunately,
you look at exactly. Well, yeah, now it's got out to the press. Everything's shot now.
Yeah,
it's just like same thing with Eichel. It's gotten out to the press of how much he doesn't want to be there and how much he wants to talk and blah blah blah. It's not saying that he's a bad player because I think he has potential to play. But the problem is that now he's run his mouth. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to go to the AHL. Blah 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 blah. You got Julien Gauthier. That's a young player that was projected to be in the AHL anyway. He's in the Ranger lineup tonight. Is he going to stay up here? No. I don't believe Gauthier is going to stay up here. And there's your spot with Kravtsov and Gauthier going back and forth. Which one are they going to keep? I think Kravtsov more ready for the NHL, but if you're going to run your mouth and cause an issue, well, we're going to go with somebody else because you're causing the issue.
Right. Well, the Kings and the Rangers have a history of trading second-round picks and all that back and forth, so maybe something could be worked out there.
It's possible.
Good.
Yeah, but you say good riddance. Get rid of them. See you later.
Good.
Oh, boys. All right. Well, that was fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Website of the Week. Website of the Week is brought to you by 315hockey.com. 315hockey.com is your news hub for all levels of hockey in Central New York. This week's Website of the Week is theahl.com, and that's just because we just did a Comets preview. Anything you want to know about the American Hockey League is right there on that website, including team website links. All right, we're going to take our last commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to take a ride on that Zamboni Time Machine. We'll be right back.
Need to find that gift for someone special? Visit Little Falls Presents at the Stone Mill and Canal Place. Stop by today to find unique artist work, t-shirts, coffee cups, gift towels, greeting cards, tote bags, koozies, and original oil paintings and prints. It's all about the art of the gift. For more information, visit mylittlefalls.com/shop or call 315-508-5310 for details.
Is that where the cigar commercial is going, by the way?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
Just don't take that first one out. That's all I ask.
I was going to say, Scotty doesn't want the first commercial to go.
Jeez. Yeah, I haven't even gotten to slip the new images in on you, so I'll do that.
You'll surprise me someday.
I'll surprise you. Yeah.
All right, it's time for that Zamboni Time Machine. The Zamboni Time Machine is brought to you by Zamboni.com, and the Zamboni name is used with permission. This week, the Zamboni Time Machine takes us back to October 17th, 1987, in the first game of the Utica Devils. Utica, New York, and the Mohawk Valley has a long, storied hockey history. It began in 1918 when Albert Prettyman established an ice hockey program at Hamilton College in Clinton. Hockey quickly spread throughout the community, and it led to the formation of the Clinton Hockey Club, led by Edward Stanley. That hockey club would eventually become the legendary Clinton Comets. The Comets would move to Utica in the 70s, and like the Eastern Hockey League, would eventually dissolve. In its wake came teams like the Mohawk Valley Comets and the Mohawk Valley Stars, but until that point, no professional hockey in the Mohawk Valley was above the AA level. That all changed in 1987 when it was announced that the Maine Mariners of the American Hockey League were being moved to Utica to become the AHL affiliate of the New Jersey Devils. Excitement was at a fever pitch, as evidenced by the Fan Fest at the old Howard Johnson's on North Genesee Street, which Gump and I both attended. The Devils would stay in town for 6 seasons. Over that time period, 77 of the franchise's players made it to the NHL. The 1995 Stanley Cup winning New Jersey Devils roster had 11 former Utica Devils on it, including Hall of Famer Marty Brodeur. Behind the bench, Utica had legends like Tom McVie, Herb Brooks, and Robbie Ftorek. In 1993, the franchise was bought by the Calgary Flames and moved to St. John's, New Brunswick, Canada, leaving Utica out of the AHL loop. The AHL would return in 2013 with the establishment of the Utica Comets. And this season, Utica has come full circle with the New Jersey Devils, as the Comets are now their AHL team. And that, my friends, concludes this week's trip on the Zamboni Time Machine. An educational one.
I just want you to know, look at their faces.
I'm just gonna say-
they haven't paid a bit of attention to
I heard
anything you
every word
said.
you
I don't
said.
blame
eyes,
them,
but
Yeah.
look at their eyes. It's like two puppies watching a cat in the window
say,
or
"Boy,
something.
yeah,
Their eyes going back and forth.
But here's the thing, I don't blame them one bit, because if the Kings were on, I'd be doing the same thing.
You guys attended the Howard Johnson's Fan Fest thing.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yes.
The thing.
That's all you got.
thing.
That's all you got out of it.
Just a
Listen,
thing.
Ryan Reeves just lit up TJ Oshie
Yes,
and then
he
got his
did,
legs
he
taken
did.
out by him by Jensen.
I was gonna say,
Salas.
Dom, are you watching this? Like, what I see already that's different is we are hitting.
Let's go.
We are hitting people
Are you
everywhere.
Yeah, but
This
are
is
you winning?
everyone.
Well, hey, whoa. It's early.
Jeremy, are you winning?
It's the first period of the season.
Hey,
When,
let us get her.
When you were-
Hey, listen,
underneath
moral
the chair.
victories are just as good.
When you were reading all that, I was watching these guys. It looked like I thought they were watching the tennis match. Borg, McEnroe, Borg,
It was hilarious. I was watching them.
This is what the Rangers have needed. They need a guy that doesn't have a visor
They're
on.
saying,
Right.
They were,
Yes.
they were very,
Yes.
they were very, very happy because look, Scott does all that reading. Now we can watch the game.
I know.
Great time.
It was great.
Thanks, pal.
Multitasking generation.
This has
That's
got to
right.
go. It's got to go viral.
I heard it.
We're gonna make.
I heard.
We're
We
gonna
gotta
turn
make
it
a
into-
clip out of that.
We can make a clip, turn it into a GIF.
Yeah.
Hey, little clips like that would be huge for the Facebook page. You know what I mean? Share them
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
People will
That'd
see
be
them.
awesome.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
That was funny.
I heard it all. It was, you know, I mean, I remember going to the Devils games when I was 7 years old and 8 years old and watching Jamie
Wow.
Musgroff and Claude Vilgrain and Kevin Todd.
Yeah.
You guys are making me feel like a
You know,
child.
yeah, it's a bar.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, what year did they leave?
Scotty
93, right?
93.
Scotty
Yeah.
Stevens.
Yeah, I was
Scotty
born in
Stevens was
93.
there.
Paul Ezebar was there.
Sean Burke, Chris Terreri.
Yep.
We had some
yeah.
names
Oh, yeah.
back here. All right.
Oh yeah.
How about
Oh, yeah.
Christian Hockey? He had like the ultimate mullet. Love his
Oh
mullet.
yes.
Remember?
Yes. I do remember him.
And
who
Murray
else was
Brumwell
there?
with the awesome stash.
Murray Brumwell. Yep.
Yeah.
God, I remember it was.
Those are some
and
awesome
I-
teams.
The funny thing is, the seats that I have for Utica College, the season ticket seats that I actually sit in, are the same seats that I had when my dad was alive when we went to the Utica Devils games. They're
Really?
the same exact seats, and it wasn't planned out that way. I didn't even
kidding.
realize it until I went down. I sat in the seat, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm going,
Wow.
and my buddies are going, "What are you doing?" I'm going, This is the exact seat that my dad had. Like they're the same seats, and it was very weird because I'm like, now I got hockey's back because it's when Utica College came in. We didn't have any
Right.
real other hockey in, and now it's like I look back now and I'm going, wow. And how far the odd has changed from then till now.
Sure.
Look
Like
at
it's amazing.
You were not
The
watching
cutouts
Dom's
that were on the
eyes.
wall.
Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jeremy, the only thing I want to ask you though is, you said the exact same seat. Hopefully not, because if you recall the old off seats, you
yeah,
had to
they
watch
were-
for
they
that
were-
spring
they
that
were-
was always bursting through the vinyl. Remember?
Yeah, they were the old orange
Orange.
foam.
The slap
with the-
shot
with
seats.
the
Yeah.
slap shot seats with the gray back. Yeah, I remember
Oh
those
my
too.
God. Yeah, those are great.
And in a weird way, if they actually found a seat that was actually intact, that wasn't ripped apart, they were actually pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you brought a pillow so that you can cover up the springs, it was great.
That's why I said intact.
Oh, jeez.
You know, I always wonder why they sold those seat warmers at Augs. That was why.
No,
That
they
was
did
why.
They did that in Clinton Arena. Clinton Arena when those
Yeah.
chairs were
Oh my
metal.
God. That place is still freezing cold.
They were metal. That was man.
Yeah.
I don't like that arena. I just don't like it.
See,
What,
I love
Clinton?
it.
I don't like it. I don't
love
like
it.
it. I mean, I like the arena. I like the arena. I don't like playing in it.
Oh,
I just don't like it.
Are you playing in a league
But
there?
But
Yeah.
that's usually because we
Yeah.
don't
My
win.
buddy Jonesy plays in a league there.
Brad?
Yeah, they usually.
Brad Jones, yeah, he's my
Yeah.
dude.
He's
Yeah.
a handful to deal with. There's no.
Yeah,
doubt
he
about it.
I just had him down the other night, hanging out. Had a couple drinks with him. I didn't know you played with him. Yeah, he's usually one of the guys to do my show with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I know very
Jones.
well.
He would love to come on. He knows he's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Awesome hockey man.
I've
He's
actually
awesome.
I didn't know
about that before.
he's back from overseas, huh?
Yeah, back from Switzerland. Jonesy's man. We went to high school together. I've known him forever. He's a great
Nice.
dude. Wicked St. Louis Blues fan.
Yes.
And he
Big
does
hockey
an
man.
Awesome Slovenia Anze
Flow.
Kopitar jersey.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
got
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
He's got some good stories about going to games over there because he's lived in so many different countries in Europe. He's just fascinating. Granted, he plays professional football; it's a different sport, but just being around hockey over there is awesome. And he's got a crazy, like Scott said, jersey. Collection, yeah. And he's got great lettuce. You know, he can really add some flow to the show.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Lettuce, hair.
Oh.
Lettuce, yeah. Yeah. He's got quite the.
Yeah, we don't. So that's
He's got the flow going there, boys.
Yeah, and on that note, right?
Yeah.
Well, guys, before we sign off, what is the score and how much time is left?
I don't know. I'm watching a gecko right now.
It's 1-0
1-0.
Cap still. I think there's about 2 minutes left in the first.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take this opportunity then to sign off, and we're going to let you guys watch the rest of your game in peace without us harassing you. So, all right. So, as always, you can find us at martysillegalstick.com. Full episodes are available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube under My Little Falls. Past episodes of the Zamboni Time Machine and Into the Boards Fantasy Hockey Show are available on all major podcast platforms under Marty's Illegal Stick, and you can find us on Facebook and Twitter at Marty's Illegal Stick Hockey Podcast. So for Gump, for Dave the Save Warner, for the Professor, and for Dom Real, I'm Scott Kinville. Thanks for listening. We will see you next week.